What is going on, guys? My name is Alex, and I am the owner and founder of Envision Athletics. And over the last few years, we've had the opportunity to help over 500 men completely transform their bodies and, most importantly, change their lives. So in today's training, we are going to break down exactly how we've been able to do that and also show you why it works. So with that being said, make sure to watch this video in its entirety because it may be the thing you needed to get you to that next level. So with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, guys, so let me walk you through exactly what this is. This isn't just another fitness program. This is a proven system that we built inside Envision Athletics that's helped over 500 men level up physically, mentally, and how they show up for themselves. It's not a phase or a hype cycle, it's a standard. And in this training, I'm going to show you exactly how it works and why it's different. But before any of this existed, I was just a guy trying to figure it out, just like everyone else. I wasn't always this version of me. I used to wake up with no structure. I would skip meals, I would skip workouts, and I would lie to myself that I would figure it out eventually. But deep down, I already knew what needed to change. I just kept resisting it. And my wake up call was realizing how often I was letting myself down, saying that I would start on Monday, saying that this time would be different. And every single time I did not follow through with it, and it would just continue to stack and it would just hinder my confidence over and over again. I made the decision to stop lying to myself, take full ownership, and build something real, not just for me, but for every guy who's been stuck in that same cycle. And that's how this system came to life. Because at the end of the day, guys, this isn't for everyone. I'm not here to convince you otherwise, but if you're still watching, it might be for you. This was built for the guy who's tired of falling off every few weeks, for the guy who's been training but still feel like nothing's really changing, for the guy who's been burnt out on guesswork or tired of starting over and deep down that you're capable of more. Or maybe you're just getting started. Maybe this is the first step into your fitness journey and you want to do it right from the start. Wherever you are in your journey, if you're ready to stop playing small and actually commit, then you're in the right place. Because let's be real here, guys. You guys don't just want abs. You want to look in the mirror and you want to feel confident. You want to respect the person that's looking back because you want to feel in control again. You want to have more structure in your life. You want to stop second guessing everything and you want to stop starting over. And you want a peace of mind. You want confidence. You want energy. You want discipline. You want to become someone who actually follows through, not just in the gym, but in everything else that you do outside of fitness. And this is what the system is designed to help you build, not just a better body, right? But a better standard for how you live. Let's actually talk about what's holding you back because it's not your schedule, it's not your genetics, and it's not even motivation. The truth is that you've been trying to do it all on your own. No structure, no system, no accountability. You've been guessing your way through this, hoping that something clicks. And every single time that it doesn't, you fall off and you blame yourself. And it's just a cycle over and over again. But the problem isn't effort, it's your foundation. And you just never really had a real process of what actually works. One thing that you guys need to understand is that it starts in the mirror, okay? You have to be real with yourself. Stop blaming your schedules, your stress, your job. That's just a victim mindset. And it's the reason why you continue to stay stuck because the truth is, the results you want only come after you take full ownership. They don't come from motivation. They don't come from deciding that you're done negotiating with your excuses. Once you make that shift, everything else becomes possible. And that's what the system is built to support. And let's get right into the 5 pillars that literally built everything. And we're going to dive into each and every single one of them. The core 5 pillars, which is your habits, your routine, your mindset, your training, and your nutrition. Okay. So I'm going to break down each and one of them so you can see exactly how it all comes together. So let's start off with pillar number 1, which is going to be your habits, which is essentially the foundation of your results. Because everything starts with your habits, not what you do once in a while, but what you do daily. The problem isn't that you don't want it bad enough. It's that you haven't locked in the actions that keep you consistent because we can focus on building real sustainable habits, things that can actually stick to even when life isn't perfect. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you guys don't need to be doing 100 new things. You just need to do the right 3 to 5 habits done consistently. And this is what builds discipline, and discipline builds results. And I love this phrase, and it's you become what you repeat. So that is going to be pillar number 1. Now, pillar number 2 is going to be your routine. All right. So we need some sort of structure because structure creates freedom. Habit builds the momentum, but once you kind of have your routine in place, that essentially what drives consistency. So if you're relying on motivation that you've already lost, what keeps this going is structure, a system that you can repeat without having to overthink it every single day. And we help you do that. We help you create a routine, something that supports your energy, your goals, and your life. So you feel like that it's actually sustainable and it's not something that is just another thing that you've tried and that you continue to fail on. And let's go right into pillar number 3, which is going to be your mindset. Because nothing changes if you don't. Your mindset drives everything. If you're still thinking like the old version of you, you're always going to fall back into the exact same patterns. So we coach you to shift out of that, to take full ownership and to lead yourself, even on the hard days. Because here's the reality, like, not every day is going to be perfect. But at the end of the day, not about having the perfect plan. It's about taking full responsibility, but also shifting your mindset where you're able to overcome obstacles like this. Because it's not about being hyped up, it's about being locked in mentally. Because at the end of the day, most coaches don't even talk about this. They'll give you a workout plan, they'll give you a macro target, but they just ignore the internal game completely. This is why they go hand in hand together. And right into the next pillar, which is obviously training. It requires you to provide some real structure. We don't just work out here. We train with purpose, with intention. Our clients don't get random workouts. They get programs that are built around their goals, their experience, and their lifestyle. Whether it's fat loss, muscle building, or body recomposition, we want to match your training to what you actually want. And like I said, guys, we want to make sure that we're not just giving you guys some random workout plan. This is something that we want you to fully understand and execute in a way where you're able to progress over time and really, once again, build out that foundation. And the next is going to be nutrition. This is going to be one that fits your life and still delivers results. You don't need to be eating the same chicken and rice every single day. We help you stop guessing and you start fueling your goals with a structure that actually fits your life, because we want to teach you the flexible approach when it comes to tracking your nutrition. We're going to teach you everything that we know when it comes to nutrition. Now that you've seen how the system works, really want to kind of dive into the actual proof. These are real guys with different backgrounds, different lifestyles. Some of them work long hours, some travel, some are dads. But what do they all have in common? They were tired of guessing. They were tired of starting over. They were committed to the process and they decided to take full ownership. And this is what happens. My client, Shane, who literally went all in for 12 months, and this is the result. Over the course of the year, he was able to lose over 20 pounds of fat. He was able to see his abs for the first time. And most importantly, we built structure with training and food and something that, once again, he was able to adhere to, which led for him to be able to sustain these results. And we trained very closely together over the course of the 12 months just to ensure that we laid out the foundation from start to finish. Then we have my client, Jacob, who was already lifting, just really was looking for that next thing to level up. Throughout this cut, we were able to lose nearly 25 pounds in just 8 months. He took his training and nutrition to the next level, and we essentially just cut the fluff out, right? We stuck to the process. I told him, keep it stupid simple. And we were literally progressing every single month. And no matter where your starting point is, like, even like my client Jacob, who's already had a couple years of experience under his belt, he knew that he needed to be a student, be coachable. And that's essentially how we were able to make this transformation. And then we have my client, Anthony, who was able to lose 35 pounds with having 2 kids, working 12-hour shifts, and he made no excuses. Okay. He lost this nearly in about 8 months. And he's also a full-time worker, right? And a veteran. And we just simplified the approach that fits his schedule. At the end of the day, what these guys all have in common is they showed up consistently, and he showed up for himself and for his family. Or like my client Tyler, who was literally a hard gainer, right? He struggled to gain weight for years, but it wasn't until we really focused on figuring out what was needed to get to that next level, which was really dialing in his nutrition. A lot of times, you go in here thinking that you're eating enough, but in reality, you're not, and making sure we're also eating the right foods. We followed a structured training plan with progression, nutrition as well, and he was able to gain some size, strength, and just take a look at the photos, guys. This is absolutely insane. Just recently, last year, I had my client Andrew prep for his first bodybuilding show. He was able to step on stage and take second place. And he's been with Envision Athletics for 2 years now. And this was a 16-week prep that we initially started off at. I know that this is something that he's been wanting to work on. At the end of the day, it took time to build that foundation, but this is what happens when you trust the the process. At the end of the day, guys, this is more than just coaching. This is the environment that builds you. We work with our clients very closely, and we're trying to build a community here. We are trying to have people surround themselves with like-minded individuals, because at the end of the day, if you're continuing to hang out with the same people that are telling you that your goal is too far-fetched, that is not who you want to surround yourself with. But what we provide at Envision Athletics is the community side of things, the environment. Because if you do this and you surround yourself with people that want to see you succeed and grow, this is really what we're all about. Yeah, like the physical transformations are incredible. Honestly, that's not the part that sticks with you. What really hits different is the way that these men carry themselves now. They show up with more energy, right? They lead their families, their careers, themselves differently, and they stop playing small. They stop making excuses. This journey doesn't just change how you look, it literally changes the way you move through life. And that's what this really is all about. And one of the things that literally make things a little bit different from other programs or other coaches is that we want to make sure that we're not only with you every step of the way, but what you're seeing here is the team dinner and our award ceremony. It's a chance to recognize the men who showed up for themselves, who put in the work, and they led by example. You do not have to do this alone. At Envision Athletics, you're part of something. You're a part of something real. It's about literally leading in a way that you're showing up that carries on with you for the rest of your life. And you might be wondering how we're able to actually train with our clients, have team dinners, and build this kind of connection. And that is because we host in-person retreats every year. This year will be our second, where clients fly in from all over to train, hang out, and celebrate the work that they put in, because it's not just online coaching. It's a real community, it's a real connection, and real support. And if you're wondering what it's like to actually be a part of this, we had dozens of clients share their experience through their 5-star reviews after going through the program. You'll just see a few of them here, but know this: the results, the structure, and the support that you've seen in this video, it's the exact same system that these guys trusted, and it changed everything for them. And at this point, you guys already know who I am, but let me just kind of give you a clear picture of the coaching team behind this. So I've been coaching for over 8 years now, certified through ACSM as a CPT and a certified nutrition coach. Now, my style of coaching is direct. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything, guys, because in order for you to step into that best version of yourselves, I'm going to have to push you and help you level up. So I help and specialize building structure, right? Dialing in your nutrition and shifting your mindset, so that way you can finally create lasting results. This is not just some temporary motivation. And alongside me is Coach Carson, with over 5 years experience, certifications through NASM, CPT, CNC, and CES. He's helped dozens of men locked in consistently, build lean muscle, drop fat, and most importantly, create sustainable habits that actually fit their lifestyle. So guys, together we're going to bring the strategy, the support, and the accountability that you need. And we're going to challenge you. We're going to guide you and hold you to the standard that you know that you're capable of. So you got two choices now. You can close this video and keep doing what you've been doing, keep starting over every few weeks, keep second guessing yourself, and keep wondering why nothing sticks, and still be in the exact same spot that you are at right now. Or you can decide this moment that everything changes. You can commit, you can get the support, and you follow a real system, and you finally start building something that lasts. Because either way, guys, it's your choice. But if you're still watching this deep down, you already know what you need to do. You've seen what's possible. You've seen the structure. Now it's on you. So if you're done guessing, and if you're tired of starting over and you're ready to finally follow through, message me ready and let's talk. We'll figure out exactly where you're at, what's been holding you back, and whether this is the right fit to finally get you moving forward. Or if you'd rather just hop on a quick call to kind of break it down even more, then just feel free to reach out. No pressure, just real coaching if you're ready for it.